AP Cram, the AP Human Geography exam, free response question 22, economic consequences of an aging population. Remember that Section 2 consists of free response questions. There are 3 questions that should be formatted as short essay answers, and you have 75 minutes to complete them, so allocate your time properly. The free response section is 50% of your exam score. You're required to define and explain and apply geographic concepts and also interpret geographic data. Okay? Identify and explain 5 economic consequences that countries face as their populations age. I'll give you a moment to think of 5 consequences of an aging population in terms of its economics. The first consequence that must be noted is increased costs to society due to government programs and taxes in developed countries. The countries we're talking about here are more so developed nations, okay? So, can you think of specifics in government and tax increases? I'll give you a moment to think. Well, there's medical care, government housing, accessibility to various resources, and pension plans that people contributed to while they were working, as well as government pension. All right, another economic consequence is increased economic pressure on the labor force. Mathematically, statistically, this is known as the dependency ratio. Can you think of what the dependency ratio measures? I'll give you a moment to think. It measures the challenging in sustaining the economy. If fewer people are working, fewer people are paying taxes, and then there's an increased burden or increased economic pressure. A third economic consequence that countries face as their population ages is labor supply issues. This kind of piggybacks on the previous consequence, but I'll give you some time to ponder over it. So, a shortage of labor, then the elderly become hired. There's less competition among youth for jobs and a need for increased immigration and automation to supply a labor force. Another economic consequence is, all right, the fourth economic consequence is changes in employment opportunities, and I'll give you a moment to ponder over this. So there's a growth of senior-based employment and a decline of youth-based employment. So obviously, employment is going to be geared toward seniors rather than youth. The last consequence we'll highlight in these cards is economic pressure on adult children. And how can this be? Well, they have to financially assist their aging parents. They may have to stay at home rather than work. They have to help pay for others to assist their parents. And they have to help pay for nursing homes and medical costs. So this is really costly.